Alright, well, it seems like we can't do Kaleid Live 4. Okay, we'll continue to do this then. Yeah, but it's just a surprise, you know what I mean? Like, it's, it's just a surprise. I mean, what can I say? I never thought that this anime, that this franchise, would be popular when it comes to romance, because I watch this anime for a lot of reasons. I've been with this anime for a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons is not really romance. I'm here for the plot, folks. All right. I guess it is. I mean, if I'm here for the plot, I guess it also includes the romance, because I'm out here trying to figure out, like, what's gonna happen to Belle? What's gonna happen with Hestia Camellia? Will they really pay off the debt that frickin' Hestia has? Like, what's gonna happen with the 3 great quests? Are the Xenos really gonna be able to be free from the dungeon? I'm thinking, what's Ivalis' next move? You know what I mean? Like, I'm deeper into the lore than I am into the whole romance aspect. Like, I'm a part of it. Like, I don't really have a specific ship over here. I'm just enjoying this, man. I enjoy the adventure. I enjoy the action, the twists. And I'm not super big into the whole... I'm not like... If you were to tell me what my favorite aspect of this series is, it isn't the romance. It's just the world. It's just the world building. It's the world construction. It's just the interactions. It's not so much the romance. Obviously romance plays a factor in a lot of things. But at the same time, it's like, bro. So yeah, it was just a surprise to me. I guess, but looking back on it now, like, okay, maybe it's not really a surprise, because, like, I feel like I can find one reason why this series would be popular for romance, and, I mean, folks, we all know the reason, alright? Say it with me now, alright? The reason is because of Eyes Wallenwhatsit and Hestia Ludenberg. Why did I say... Anyway, I really just confused Celestia Ludenberg and Hestia. Huh? My point is... Yeah, it's just like... I'm surprised and I'm not surprised at the same time. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I've learned. It might be popular for other things, but I guess that's one of the reasons. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. So yeah. Yeah, but I guess... Okay, actually... Well, look, I said, yeah, I care... I'm more interested in, like, in the interactions and relationships. And when I say relationships, I don't instantly mean love. I mean, like, all the relationships. Like, especially, like, the surprising development between freaking Aki and Raoul in the past Christmas event. Like, that was cool. I like that. That was, like, what is that? Holy Intoxicating? Dude, that was such a good event. I love that progression. It was very, like... Oh, man, I gotta love this. I gotta love seeing the side characters shine. You know what I mean? Because I gotta root for every character up in here. But yeah, I care about the interactions, and interactions, there's relationships, and they're growing relationships. And so I guess I could see why people watch the show for romance, because of the relationships and the interactions. It's all, like, let's be honest, at the end of the day, We all know who's gonna end up with who. Alright? We all know that the person that Belle is gonna end up with is obviously, alright? And this has been obvious from the very beginning, alright? And now, folks, you probably are all going to hate me, and you guys are probably... Some of you are going to hate me, some of you are going to agree with me, and then some of you might just not care. Honestly, I think the person that Belle's going to end up with, alright, and look, alright. Now, hear me out, right? I've done some careful deduction, alright? After watching all the events, you know what I mean? After being with this series for so long, alright? You know, all the events, all the side stories, you know, after watching the anime, you know, reading the manga as far as I've read it, you know? After, you know, reading all these fan fictions, alright, seeing all these Reddit posts, alright, after reading, like, after talking with people, and definitely talking with people and reading fan fiction, definitely, 100%, after inspecting every single character on a microscopic level, when it comes to their backstory, and it comes to literally everything, even deducing just the plot in general, you know, looking at everyone individually, and not just their backstory, folks, not just their backstory, but the familia that they're in, the familia's backstory, where they're going, and where they're not going, and what good they've done and what bad they've done, how high my likability for the character is, and how low my dislikability is for them. And, you know, depending on their complexity, you know, similar to the, you know, matrix equations in Algebra 2, you know, compared to that, and compared to the photosynthetic hydrothermal vents that are using chemosynthesis to stay alive, as well as the bacteria that is feeding them and that feeds them. You know, using the samples from the coral reefs at different temperatures and measures, I've come to the conclusion that according to Your Name's ending and the Mirai's ending and every Studio Ghibli movie ending, after deducing every single character in anime ever, and after noticing, after rewatching Belle and Astreus' fight, and, you know, seeing all of the seasons, you know, watching all of the anime, even after watching all of the rom-coms, I can carefully and beautifully deduce on just the solid fact that I never finished watching the greatest, one of the greatest Cartoon Network TV shows of all time, called Adventure Time. After all of that, I can deduce from me saying arigato gozaimasu for watching another episode of Memoria Freese Y3 and my new intros and my new enthusiasm, I can carefully and beautifully deduce one thing and one thing only, and that is the person that Belle will end up with is none other than